This is definitely going to be a real reaction live show. This is going to be very authentic. This is going to be very spur of the moment. This is going to be a full on reaction. I don't know if it's going to be like a hour long live show, but we got so much to talk about because we just had a crazy, wild finish in Utah. Unfortunately, not the kind of finish we wanted, as the Phoenix Suns do fall to the Utah Jazz. I think it was 138 to 134. But damn. I will say this. The Suns did not give up. They didn't give up. This team last year with Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal, they would have given up. They would have faltered. This team kept clawing, I can't talk, clawing and scratching and fighting their way back. What a crazy game. Again, I know it ended in a loss. I know a lot of Suns fans are going to look at the box score, or maybe tomorrow they'll be like, oh, the Suns lost in overtime to the Jazz. That sucks. Trust me, you guys. Trust me. Go and watch the highlights if you haven't already. I guarantee you, this game ended like 20, 30 minutes ago. They're probably already up on YouTube. That's how fast the NBA YouTube page is. Go and watch these highlights. This game was nuts. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I missed the first quarter, but to be honest, I didn't really miss much because I was following on my phone. I get all the updates and all that. And because I was at work, and I was like, oh crap, it's 24-7. I even had to double check it. I was at work and I was like, oh crap, we're getting our asses kicked right now. There's no other way to put it. And then I kept following along. I was driving home and I had it on Arizona Sports 98.7. And that's kind of when we started to come back a little bit. The Suns actually started to show some fight. But it took a while. I think at one point the score was like 47 to like 20 something, I believe. But I actually took pictures of it because they were talking about it on the broadcast. I got home just before halftime had started. In the second quarter, the Suns went on an 18-2 run. This was truly one of those games by definition where the Suns, not the Suns, where this game was just full of runs. An 18-2 run in the second quarter. And a lot of that, we're going to dive into the numbers and everything, but a lot of that was definitely the three-point shooting, but it was also the Suns' defense. And Nick Richards deserves a huge shout out because I think he had like 2 blocks or something like that. I want to say in the second quarter. I think he ended the game with 3. I think even Isaiah Livers had a block tonight. You know what I mean? So it was the Suns' defense and their three-point shooting that got them back in this game. I think they were only down like a couple at halftime. And then again, it's just a game full of runs because then Utah would go on a run. I think at one point, Utah went on like a 14 to something run. And then the Suns in the third quarter, another 16-2 run. So you have the second quarter run, which was 18-2. Remember, we were down like huge at the first quarter, 24-7. And then, boom, 16-2 run in the third quarter. This team did not give up. And we're really going to get into like the actual details of how this game went into overtime because I'm telling you guys it was nuts. So I guess we can kind of start there. And I just love this tweet right here from Underdog Sports. Now I can't really show you the highlight. Maybe we can kind of just do it frame by frame so I don't get a copyright claim. But check this out, you guys. Is that the screen I want to click? Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. Sorry, guys. One man show here. Like I said, you're getting a very authentic, real, live reaction show because I don't even know what I'm doing. So, no, that's not what I wanted to do. See, we're having all kinds of trouble. Welcome to Suns Geek. Subscribe for high quality production. That's what you get here on Suns Geek. So, I love this tweet from Underdog Sports. Here is pretty much how it, no, this isn't pretty much. This is how it went to overtime. The Jazz led by 7 with 23.7 seconds remaining in the game. They led by 7 with pretty much 24 seconds left. Not 24 minutes, 24 seconds. Then Devin Booker hits a crazy three-point shot, which one of those we're going to react to. Larry Markkinen hits 2 free throws. Devin Booker, another three-point shot. Offensive foul, overturned into a jump ball. And can we just talk about that real quick? That was when Larry Markkinen kind of like threw the elbow at Colin Gillespie and all that. What a way for Jordan Knott and his coaching staff to like challenge that. And there was another like play that they challenged down late in overtime, which or I think late in this game that I think really helped make the game what it was. So again, offensive foul turned into a jump ball. Somehow Larry Markkinen ended up with the ball. I think Royce O'Neal fouled him. And then Colin Gillespie tried to like go in there and Larry Markkinen threw the elbow and all that. I don't think it was on purpose or anything. It wasn't like intentional, but you know, they overturned it, turned into a jump ball. Then Royce O'Neal wins the jump, the tip. He tipped it, man. It was, he jumped just like maybe a second earlier, maybe 2 seconds earlier than Larry Markkinen. He jumped so high. Never seen Royce O'Neal jump that high. Tips the ball. Devin Booker. And I think Grace, yeah. So Royce O'Neal wins the tip off. Devin Booker tipped it, and I swear Grayson Allen grabbed it like a football and just held it, man. So that was a team effort right there. Booker makes the first free throw, misses the second. I don't know if he did that on purpose. I heard them talking about that on the broadcast. And then Mark Williams, this is the play we're going to go frame by frame right here. So if you guys are watching on your screen, again, I can't actually play it for you because I don't want to get copyrighted, which sucks. But watch this kind of frame by frame. Look how Mark Williams, who, remember, there's 2 defenders in front of him. Look, I'm literally doing this frame by frame, guys. Look at this. Booker shoots his free throw. Mark Williams kind of just sneaks past Walker Kessler, and I don't know who that other guy is, and then just blows past him. You can even see another Jazz player right here kind of cutting through. So smart of him to recognize that. But then look, Mark Williams somehow just kind of times it. Royce O'Neal kind of tips it, but so does that Jazz. That's Walter Clayton, I believe. So Royce O'Neal tips it. Look where Mark Williams is right there. I don't know if you guys can see my mouse, but look where Mark Williams is right there. There's 1, 2, 3 Jazz players in front of him. Royce O'Neal's here. So thank God for Royce O'Neal. Tips the ball before any Jazz player can get it. Again, shout out to Walter Clayton. He was kind of like right there at the right time. Smart of him to recognize that. Royce tips it, but it looks like kind of Larry Markkinen tipped it. And then, wait for it. Royce with another tip right into his hands. He shoots it. Wait for it. And then, we're going to fast forward a little bit. Mark Williams just out of nowhere. Watch. Jumps over. Oh, it's Walker Kessler, I think. Jumps over him and boom, tips it in. I'll play that part for you. Hopefully I don't get copyrighted. Look at that. Wait. Oh, why isn't this working? Boom. Oh, I got to mute it so I don't get copyrighted. Hold on. Ready? Mark Williams, tip. Can we just have that on replay, man? Look at that. Tip. That's beautiful, man. Look at that. Pop. I love that. Mark freaking Williams saves the day. And just, wow, what an incredible sequence. And again, shout out to Underdog for this tweet, man, because it really does sum it up. The Jazz led by 7 points with 23.7 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. We thought the game was over. Booker hits a 3. Markkinen free throws. Booker another 3. Offensive foul overturned into the jump ball. Royce O'Neal wins the jump. Booker makes the first free throw, misses the second. Royce O'Neal tips it, tries to shoot it. You know, he tried to put it back in. Somehow Mark Williams just sneaks in there for the tie. And we get overtime. We get free basketball. Now, I want to see if the Suns uploaded a clip of it or not. We're doing this on the fly, you guys. Why not? Why not? Let's just see if the Suns uploaded a clip of that. Yeah, so here's sort of a different angle from their perspective. Check this out, you guys. This is from the Suns Twitter page. Look at that. We'll just let this play while I'm talking. Look at that. Mark Williams, boom, just out of nowhere. Look at him going crazy. And look at this. Look at the bench celebrating, you guys. Look at that, man. That's the kind of stuff I want to see. Again, shout out to Roy. We're going to talk about Royce O'Neal. Royce O'Neal was huge in this game. I'm just going to let this play. I'm going to take a sip of my Sprite. This was wild, you guys. We're already 11 minutes in. This was nuts, you guys. What an incredible sequence. I know we lost the game, but this was a great game. If you love basketball, you have to appreciate these kind of games. I know it sucks we lost. I'm going to talk about all that stuff later. Holy crap, you guys. That was nuts. All right. I really want to dive into the numbers. I know that it's not just all about the numbers, but we really have to talk about this, you guys. And actually, I just want to check out one thing before we dive into all the numbers, because NBA.com, at least for all you YouTube viewers, has sort of a better view, if you will, while you're looking at the numbers. So let's see. Hold on. Welcome to Suns Geek, guys. Again, where you get high quality H2O. You get high quality stuff. Here we go. This just looks so much better to the eye. It's not very dull looking. So let me just share my screen. Check this out, you guys. Let's talk about some of these numbers. Oh my goodness. Now, first off, one reason we lost the game, and this sucks to say, because Mark Williams did play in this game. 2, Nick Richards played in this game. I don't think Kaman Malawatch did, but you get my point. We have 2 very good, serviceable centers on our team. It's not like it's Yusuf Nurkic out there, who, by the way, Yusuf Nurkic plays for the Jazz now. In case you missed it, he plays for the Jazz, and he played against us tonight. Mark Williams was out there. Nick Richards was out there. We have a lot of versatile players out there. And we lost the rebounding battle 64-48. And I think a lot of those were offensive by the Jazz. And I just want to make sure I'm getting that correctly. So I'm on ESPN, and they say it was 28 offensive rebounds. The Utah Jazz had 28 offensive rebounds. That was one of the killers right there. That was one reason we lost the ball game. That sucks. And look, you guys, I want to say, I'm pretty sure that this is accurate. We had 37 assists and only 14 turnovers. That's honestly not that bad. That's got to be a season high, 37 assists. But you would look at it on Utah's end, 27 assists, but they had 18 turnovers. That sucks, man. We had a season high in assists, to my knowledge, and a decently low turnover rate. I mean, 14 is not bad, and we lost the game. We didn't hit threes up until the fourth quarter, which we're going to talk about that in a minute, because they really started cooking. We couldn't hit anything in the first quarter. I feel like the shots were good in the first quarter, but they couldn't get in. And I'm going to have to talk about it on another live show, you guys. But we just could not get stops to save the Suns' lives. They couldn't get stops, you guys. It was awful. And that was another killer in this game, man, was that we just couldn't get stops. I don't know, you guys. It sucks. We had 8 blocks. Nick Richards had 3 of them. Both teams shot very well in this game. 42.5% for the Suns. The Jazz shot 40%. We shot 36% from 3. Oh, and another big factor that might go overlooked in this game was the Utah Jazz had the very favorable whistle tonight. And I believe a lot of that took place in the first half. And I think they even said it on the radio on Arizona Sports when I was listening to the game on the way home. They pretty much acknowledged that. They're like, yeah, a lot of these whistles are going Utah's way. And that's not a biased take from them. That's just the truth. They shot 94% from the free throw line tonight. And I'm getting a closer look here. The numbers were, what did they shoot from free throw? They were 34. They made 34 free throws tonight. 34. They missed 2. And again, second chance points. Look at that, guys. That hurts. Utah had 33 second chance points. Suns had 24 fast break points, which is really good. But man, again, the rebounding difference, the second chance points difference, the offensive rebounds difference, the free throw difference. That's what lost us the game. And it sucks. Now let's look at these numbers right here. We're going to look at the box score. Give me 1 second here, you guys. Share this screen now. First off, got to acknowledge it. We'll scroll down for a minute. Lauri Markkanen, who I'm not going to lie, I really like Lauri Markkanen. I've always thought he was a really good player. Played 45 minutes tonight. He had 51 points. He had 6 threes. That dude is a bucket, man. He also had 14 rebounds and 3 assists. And he was 17 for 17 from the free throw line tonight. He had the LeBron SGA type whistle tonight. You know what I mean? But shout out to Lauri Markkanen, man. I've always liked Lauri Markkanen. 51 points. All right. Now let's talk about the Suns for a minute. Again, you guys, I have to give a shout out to Royce O'Neal, man. There's a lot of players to talk about here who were huge contributing factors, but I think Royce O'Neal was fantastic tonight, who started in place of Dillon Brooks, who did not play tonight. Maybe this game's a little different if Dillon Brooks plays tonight. I don't know. But look at these numbers from Royce O'Neal, man. He pretty much played the whole game. 46 minutes. He played 46 minutes. He had 5 made threes, 17 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 steals. He won that tip-off against, I think it was Lauri Markkanen. He helped that Mark Williams play happen by tipping the ball pretty much to himself and then throwing it up. Played great defense, had a couple steals that were really late. Oh, and I think one of those steals was originally called for a foul. I referenced this earlier. One of those steals was like called for a foul. And then he was like, challenge that. And then the Suns challenged it. They reviewed it. And then I think it ended up being the Suns' ball. But just Royce O'Neal is huge, man. I can't wait to see what he says after this game. Cannot wait. What a great game by Royce O'Neal, man. 17 points in 46 minutes, 5 made threes, 13 boards, 7 assists, 5 steals. What else is he supposed to do out there, man? He was great. Devin Booker doing Devin Booker type things. 34 points in 44 minutes. Didn't shoot the greatest, but didn't shoot the worst either. He was 11 for 26 from the field, 5 for 12 from 3. He only had 2 turnovers tonight, which, remember, you guys, I think in that Denver game, I want to say it was the Denver one, he had 9. He had 9 turnovers in that game. Tonight, he only had 2. Did get into foul trouble, but 34 points, 10 assists, 5 boards, 1 block. Grayson Allen contributed with 23 points, 5 assists. He had a really tough shot late in the game too, where I think I don't know if it was on Walker Kessler, but he kind of just drove in, just kind of stuck his arm out and just flung it up and it went in. And then again, you guys, I got to give credit where credit's due. I know he did not shoot the best, but he started to heat up when it mattered. Colin Gillespie. 15 points in 32 minutes. He also had 13 assists. 15 and 13, you guys. And started hitting shots and threes when it mattered. He also had 3 steals, by the way. And again, we're not in overtime if it's not for Mark Williams as well. Mark Williams, 25 points, 31 minutes, and 11 boards, 2 steals. Those guys were just all awesome. Royce O'Neal, Grayson Allen, Devin Booker, Mark Williams, Colin Gillespie. Colin Gillespie hit 1 shot. I'm going to see if the Suns uploaded it or not. Where the defender, he kind of faked out the defender because the defender thought he was going to pass it. And he just nailed a 3 and just held up the 3 sign in his face. They uploaded 1 angle of it, but yeah, I guess we could watch that. Yeah, it's not the best angle of this shot, but I guess it's an angle. This is the play that I'm talking about. Let me share my screen real quick. Make sure the sound's down. Check this out, guys. So he catches the ball. The defender just goes over him, and watch what he does. Shoots the three, bucket, holds the three up in his face. I think Walter Clayton that blew past him because he thought he was going to pass it to Grayson Allen. So he kind of like fake pass, launched the three, up in his face. Nice shot. Man, what a crazy game, you guys. What a crazy, crazy game. Can I take a deep breath for a second, you guys? Take a sip of my water. How are you guys doing tonight? Are you guys ready for Halloween? As you guys can see by my background, I'm ready for Halloween. I got to get some lights up back here, but yeah, we're definitely ready for Halloween, man. You guys know me. I'm a big Chucky Child's Play fanboy. Got my Chucky t-shirt on. You guys can see that. Got my Chucky t-shirt back there and the Chucky dolls and all that. All right. Let's talk about a couple more things. So let's see. Can we? Okay, perfect. Let's do fourth quarter. Can we see how many threes they made? Maybe ESPN can do that. Oh, before we do that though, let's just talk about how crazy overtime was. Now, again, I know it's kind of boring to look at for the YouTube viewers, but like, look at this, you guys. Overtime was just as crazy as well. So here's literally the play-by-play for overtime. Utah had a lot of possessions. They pretty much nearly killed like 45 seconds. Jazz win the ball from the tip-off. Keontae George misses a three. Kessler rebound. And Clayton Jr. three. And then Kessler is fouled. And look at this, guys. It just goes on and on. Mark Williams hits a free throw. Couple missed shots, missed threes. Markkanen, three-point shot. It's 130 to 125 with 3:30 left in the game. Booker hits a crazy shot. That's when he had 34 points at that point. Jazz missed a couple. Even a tipped layup that they missed. And Grayson Allen hits a three. It just goes back and forth, man. Royce O'Neal gets that steal. I think that's the one where they called the foul and then they challenged it and it was the Suns' ball. And then look at this, it goes on and on. Grayson Allen, that was that shot that I was talking about. Drives in for the layup, just kind of flung it up and he made it. And then that's kind of when the game starts slipping out of hand. This game literally like came down to the wire. It's just a back and forth game. And it was, let me see. It might have been, yeah, I think it was right here. Williams hits a free throw to tie the game at 134, 56 seconds left. Keontae George had a 9-foot driving floating bank shot, which put the game 36 to 34. And that was kind of the game. Gillespie missed a three. I thought he had a good look at the three. Maybe he could have like waited a little bit or like tried to get something going, but like I get it. The clock's winding down. He did have a good look. He shot the three. That's kind of when I knew the game was over. Jazz get the rebound, take it down court. Keontae George missed three-point shot. Kessler gets the rebound. That's pretty much when you know the game's over. And just sucks, man. Not the finish we wanted. But again, even in overtime, it came down kind of to the wire, you guys. This was a wild game. I'm telling you, go watch the highlights to this, man. It was nuts. Oh, and can we talk about this Devin Booker shot right here? This was wild too, man. Hold on. Give me 1 second, you guys. Yep. Okay. We're looking good. Check this out, you guys. Devin Armani Booker. Just remember, and this was, like he's trying to draw the foul and he's trying to get the Suns points. So,
answer.
Oops. I don't want to get copyrighted. Sorry. Pass to Devin Booker. He just literally flings it up. Can you guys see this, by the way? Okay. Yeah, you can't see this. Look at this. Catches the ball. Look at that. It was like literally a catch and shoot. I think he thought he was going to be fouled here, but look at this. Catches it, flings it up. I don't know how he makes this. Bucket. Wow, look at that, you guys. Catch, jump, shoot. Look at Mark Williams. I love that. Mark Williams just standing there, holds his hands up. That's funny. Boom, nice shot. Man. That's one of the shots of the season for sure, at least for the Suns anyways. Pop. It's crazy, man. What a wild game, you guys. I had to do a live show. I had to do a live show and just react to this in live time. I wanted to go live a little bit sooner than I did, but had to kind of get some things set up on my end. But guys, I'm gonna need you to get active in the comments. I am very aware. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm not trying to be negative, you guys. I am very aware that the Suns, especially on defense, are looking very, very bad. I had a conversation with somebody about this today. And he even said, he's like, yeah, the Suns do not look good on defense this year. I was like, yep. It's like, I hate to admit it, but you're right. I understand that. We're going to talk all about that soon. Maybe we'll talk about it a little bit today. But guys, yes, the Suns lost. Yes, that's another L in the standings, another L in the box score. And that's going to be like the headline tomorrow. But I really hope that fans will look at this and just understand that we did not quit. The Suns did not quit. They did not falter. And yeah, they pretty much gave up in that Clippers game. And look, yeah, we got crushed by the Nuggets and all that, but like there was a few spurts here and there in that Nuggets game where we kind of came back. We didn't really quit then. Remember, that was on a back-to-back against two of the best teams in the league. But tonight, they could have faltered again. They could have said, oh man, third and final game of this road trip. We're exhausted. Jazz are up big. We're going to wave the white flag early. Nope. They kept scratching and clawing, man. So just remember, the Suns, they did their best, man. They worked hard to come back. Sad we lost, but you know. But yeah, the defense and the Suns getting stops clearly is an issue. Especially since they were like preaching a lot of that this offseason. Like, man, we're gonna hustle, we're gonna outwork teams, blah, blah, blah. My excuse for them, my excuse for the Phoenix Suns is that this is a new group, a lot of new faces, a lot of young players, and they're still getting connected. They're still getting aligned. Brian Gregory, our GM. I don't know, you guys. Hopefully the defense improves, man. But again, they didn't quit. They didn't quit. Gonna read a few comments and then probably gonna wrap this thing up. Let's see. Red Arrow, appreciate you being here, man. Mark Williams was crazy. Guys, I've been saying it. Mark Williams is really good when he's healthy. He's a good player. And doesn't it feel good to have like guys that actually rebound the damn basketball and can catch lobs? Man. Let's see. My favorite team is the Suns, and I think they will be really fun to watch, but I think that they will make the playoffs but lose in the first round as an 8 seed. That'd be amazing, man. If we could just at least make the play-in tournament, that'd be amazing. But right now, that play-in tournament seems far, far off. Appreciate the support. Suns for life. Exactly. You guys already know the drill. Win or lose, Suns for life. Yeah, I'm definitely going to talk about this in a future live show, and I'm not trying to pick on him. I swear, you guys. He says, Isaiah says, I don't want to talk down Oso, but man, I just can't. I think Oso has started all 4 games to my knowledge. And yeah, he's had a few flashes and a few good moments here and there, but yeah, I think Mark Williams needs to be starting, or Nick Richards. I mean, Oso is still a young player, you guys. He has a lot of potential. He has a lot of flashes. He's improved a little bit since last year. But like, I don't know why he's starting. Like maybe the first couple games I get it, but like against Nikola Jokic and the Nuggets, you didn't start Nick Richards. And like even tonight, I'm like, whoa, he's starting again. Like he wasn't that good. Like what were his numbers tonight? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, he started. He played 13 minutes. He had 2 points, 1 block, 1 turnover, 2 fouls, and 1 rebound and 1 assist. That's your starter for the first 4 games, you guys. I hope Suns head coach Jordan Knott will make that change like ASAP. Because yeah, he should not be starting. Yeah, good point here. I feel like we fouled way too much in the fourth. I don't know how many fouls we had, but you're most likely right about that. Yeah, that's again, we just couldn't get a stop, you guys. But yeah, you're definitely right about the fouls. Yeah, because they freaking went to the free throw line like a million times and had missed all but 2 of them. I like this positivity here, you guys. This is what we need. Gambino says, we have a good team, just need some time together with Jalen Green. The team, I think we might be a threat. Exactly. Hopefully Jalen Green comes back, man. I hope he's ready to go by game, 5, 6, 7? 6, 7. I hate that. Sorry, guys. Okay, let's see. One thing I don't understand from the coach, why the team is in the lead, keep forcing and shooting threes when they can attack the paint and get some fouls. That's a good point, but in all fairness, I mean, if you're wide open, shoot it. If you think you have a good look, shoot it. But I do get your point. I mean, you're saying like when they're in the lead, don't force threes, so that does make sense. That might be another question for Suns head coach Jordan Knott and his coaching staff. I don't know. You might be onto something. Gillespie needs to start until Jalen Green comes back. I agree with that. Definitely ready for Halloween. Me too, man. Can't wait. I haven't watched as many like horror movies or like horror specials, Halloween specials as I've wanted to, but now that Halloween week is here, I'm going to try to watch more like scary movies and Halloween specials and all that. Okay, let's see. I feel like we should have played Rasheer Fleming or Malawatch so we could have had a rebound and defensive advantage, but we played Isaiah Livers a lot of minutes. I'm glad you mentioned Isaiah Livers. In all fairness to him, he had a 3, I want to say midway through the second quarter and a block shot. So I feel like that kind of made him get a few more minutes. He didn't have a great game at all. And let's be real, this guy's like, I mean, he's coming back from a bad injury. I think he was out all last year, but the Suns had to do something because they were down so big. And I think Jordan Knott was just like, let's just throw somebody in there and see what happens. Hopefully, Rasheer Fleming and Kaman Malawatch will get more of an opportunity. But I think Isaiah Livers got a lot of minutes tonight because he was playing hard out there, hit a 3 when it kind of mattered, had a block shot when it mattered. Didn't do much after that, to my knowledge, but, we'll see. But I do agree. I hope Rasheer Fleming and Kaman Malawatch can get some more minutes. And hopefully it's against some of the best talent in the league because how else are you going to learn? Trial by fire, Thank you, Red Arrow. I appreciate your support, man. Okay. From what I've seen so far, I like the system they have in place, but they just aren't there talent-wise at the moment. But it looks like they're trying to develop some young players as well. Exactly. Like, guys, we're probably going to lose a lot of games this year. Even if we make some magical like mid-season run and we're like fighting for the play-in tournament, probably going to lose a lot of games this year. But let's just see what kind of talent we got. Hopefully these rookies can develop. Hopefully Jalen Green and Mark Williams show promise, which Mark Williams is already looking really good. hopefully Devin Booker can, I'm not saying he like wasn't all-star worthy last year, but hopefully Devin Booker can be like an all-star again, and hopefully this team can come together and be aligned and win some crazy games and just not falter and not quit like we did last year, man. All right, guys, I think that's it for a reaction. This was gone on long enough, but this was fun. Our next game is against the Memphis Grizzlies, I believe. Let me look at the schedule. Oops, that's not what I wanted to click. Well, yeah, I think our next game's against the Grizzlies, and yeah, hopefully we win. When's the 29th? That's Wednesday. I'll try to go live or something, or do some kind of video, even if it's a YouTube short, talk about it. But this was fun, you guys. This was a lot of fun. I got to do more of these. Brand new Sun season's here, you guys. Fingers crossed. I hope we win as many games as possible. I hope that we show some promise and hope we show some competitiveness and fire and team chemistry. And yeah, we'll see what happens. So yeah, stay tuned for more Suns content though, you guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you for everybody who tuned in to this wild Suns Jazz overtime game. Even if you're watching later, appreciate all the support. I love you guys. You already know the drill here. If it has to deal, excuse me, let me try that again. You already know the drill here. If it has to deal with the Phoenix Suns, I'm going to make a video about it. Subscribe for everything Phoenix Suns. All kinds of content all year long, live shows, reactions, YouTube shorts, videos, all that stuff, vlogs. And just thank you guys so much for watching. And you already know the drill. Win or lose, Phoenix Suns for life. It's Suns for life here on this channel. So subscribe. I love you guys. I'm going to play my outro that I still need to update, but I'm just too lazy to update it. Peace out. God bless. Be nice to people. Happy Halloween. God bless. Here's my cactuses. Oh, yeah. Speaking of cactuses, I got this at this desert fall. Let me put my microphone down. I got this at the this desert fall festival thing. It's badass. And yes, it does light up. Wait for it. Bam. I got to put that like in the background somewhere in my videos. But yeah, isn't this cool? Let me shut off this light real quick so you can see it better. Oh, yeah, that's so cool. I kind of wish I would have bought 2 of these. But yeah, I love it. Back in the valley, living in the valley again. And yeah, this thing's badass. And I think it comes with a cord. So like if I don't have batteries, I think I can just plug it in. But yeah, this thing's awesome. All right, guys, I'm out of here. God bless. Peace out. Go Suns. Peace.